I was talking to my sister about, and you guys, I know how it sound. I know I'm about to sleep. Maybe somebody's trying to communicate with me, then they communicate with me about their love lust. I don't know. Do some people stay in a lust relationship mistaking it with love? Like, you only see a person every, I mean, yeah, you might go on a date or something, but it's like, late night. You like believe you the date nights like everybody else, and you don't get to go nowhere with them. You guys can't even have a conversation. It's just about sex, and then they're out. You know. I'm gonna do my meditation squats. But are you just being with a person because, excuse me, you don't want to be alone, and you done got so comfortable. Whatever y'all been through good times or the bad times, and the person done broke your heart and cheated on you and left you, and every time they like, you're just willing to take them back because you love, or that which you know this person is toxic for you. Like, and I know it's a touchy feely world. This is a message that came through. Um, it's always a touchy feeling type. Like, are you a touchy feeling type person, or are you a person that like to be given gifts, or are you a person that like to communicate and show affection? Show communication. I can't really remember all of them. Someone bought me that book. Okay, we didn't. But it's always a touchy feely world now. Like, nobody don't date anymore, or nobody don't have values and morals when it comes to relationship. Category do you stand in? Are you or with this person? Or a person connects to your soul? They don't talk to you or your mind. They connect with your soul. You can show you out to the world. What was that song? Who was thinking about that song? Future. I want to tell the whole world about you so they can be jealous. And if they see you, so turn on the. Like, love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't resent. Love doesn't. How many people can actually sit up here and honestly say that in a relationship they have a relationship with none of that in there? No jealousy, each other minds. Like, you could be thinking something before you say it, they say it, and you're like, how did you know that? People, or just let someone use their body as a tool and just the body, because when things get real, they're not, or have a girlfriend. So that's gonna, and then with that being said, you just not a priority, you being labeled an option. Versus in love, you're a priority. You know, they're gonna make your number one priority when it comes to from a girl and see what they're not just gonna throw you to the wayside just to go do things that is unhealthy for them. And years pass by, they have someone. Years will pass by because it's gonna be about 5 or 6 years, but you guys still stay in separate houses. You don't live life with someone who's not eventually life. Oh, my room gonna smell like cigarettes. Oh God, I'm not closing my closet door. But who does that? He never even married me. Like, he saw me get it. Like, in some scenarios, female versus males, versus females versus males. Like, some people can see you, either vice versa. So, y'all don't get me wrong. I'm not just bashing because these niggas ain't loyal. Because never even, he never had fun time girl or fun time boy, their wife. Anybody watch the video, you sometimes get your usual time to get it wrapped up on certain situations. And all these years done pass you by, and you done got older. Your, your swagger done left you. You need to go get your sexiness back. How they say, what? You lose confidence in yourself. You feel like you're not good enough to one day be in a union with options versus their priority. Like saying, like, just really think about it. Like, for those who have kids, and if you have a family, like, you have a kid and you with their mom for all these years, but you never even married a mom. The curses that be broken down from family to family. So God makes the narrative, as females, which is important to me and it's important to men too. But since I'm a female, I can only speak from a female's point of view on this, on what I'm. But is it wife and have these kids, but he don't, that's like generation come from their parents, not being in relationships and when they got conceived, and that makes you think a lot. That makes that kind of. I tell my daughter all the time, my 19-year-old. I tell her, I was like, listen, know your worth, and then start adding taxes, add taxes to it, you know, because you go to the store, you buy something, it comes with taxes, right? I think it's yeah. But I always tell my daughter, don't ever feel like you got to settle for second best because you're more than that. She's a princess because she came from a queen. I don't want her to go out there, both my daughters, I have two. I don't want them to go out there looking for a situation where they feel like they're good enough to be a sex object to meet the parents and they're not good enough. They got to be hidden in the closet or it's always their secret. Like they're not good enough they're good enough to go have sex with, but that's why I'm having this conversation. You know, I'm not good enough to really love no one else. And that comes with a lot. That means a lot when it comes to those situations because we're still holding on to a bunch of fear from what happened in last relationships and heal yourself and fall back in love with you. Do you even love yourself? They're like sure that you love yourself more than anything. It's gonna be with your parents, especially the way you carry yourself, the way you keep up your hygiene, the way you feel about self. I was married before, and in that situation, I felt like, and with my ex-husband, I would never say his name because it's not none of your business, but what we had was good, it's just we lost communication, and that happens in some relationships too. And we sometimes I go back once again. It's all about generation, but they can never fully get the full effect on his. That's how the devil sneaks in. I guess that's how a bunch of people sneak in happy situations because sometimes people lose the love of their life because they trying to please everybody. But I think about that each other. We separated and we just go on ahead and got it not even together, and they're having babies by others, and it's kind of crazy because why, if you're not gonna be with this person, why in that aspect, you have a significant other versus a lot of people still will stay married to this person last name and still have ties to you. So that's just like karma that you're bringing on your. I'm married his first time marriage because he was never really committed to his wife or his husband or her husband. So why should I give this person my all when this person don't even know their own worth or their own value when it comes to that because they still married to this person, but I'm just come then being Mr. Mrs. or Mr. Feel Good, and that's it. You know, spirits is trying to come in. They telling me what to say because somebody need to hear this. But that I might have someone, or is it to the I just advise everybody to relationship relationships, because some relationships are not all good relationships. And some things that come in your things are meant to come in your life to heal you for certain situations. Continue to be with someone that you know you're fully not happy with. And I heard a lot of times people like, oh, marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. It's more than that. People who will say that is the people who never been married before. People, who never even came from come from a background of marriage in it, or have never seen the value of marriage in their life. And they're, but sometimes you just have to think, like, I can go to the convenience store, y'all, but I don't woke up because I don't sleep all day. I don't want to sleep all day. I mean, like, I want to sleep by around 8 o'clock, right? And I know I'm gonna be about to sleep after this because I feel like everybody deserves better. Everybody deserves to be happy because it's so much. Don't sit in a situation that you know you're not happy with, but you're just sitting there. Didn't allow say that I'm guilty of that too, because I wanted to stay in my situation. Good for the kids to see their parents go and argue if that's what they're coming accustomed to and seeing. Supposed to go. So this was my daddy and my mom. Is it love or lust? But the main question is, are you optional to yourself, or are you a priority to yourself? Start back falling in love with yourself. A lot of people be like, oh, I don't want to be single. Like, it's just because they don't want to be single, they put up with a lot of stuff. And I realized in me, after what I wanted it to be, what I really wanted, it couldn't amount up to what I had when I had a marriage. It was trying to make me priority. So I just felt like being by yourself, a peace of mind. When you can fall back in love with yourself, that's what make that the love of being envious, or I'm gonna decide which I want to look, or being having to decide about. This sounds crazy because I'm gonna have sleep, but I mean, it's just something to think about. But sometimes you have to take yourself out of time. Hold on. You don't know how to first live for yourself. How you gonna live for someone else? Because I say it a lot of times to my nieces, and get no casket with you. They ain't down with you. You going by yourself, and get what? The next female that's gonna drop it like it's hot. But at the same time, why did you even? The majority of the time, people are not even valued in relationships. A lot of people be in a relationship and carrying it all year. Like, they can say, "Oh, there's a possible," by them going through that, and a lot of people going through those phases. It kind of scares some people from getting married, because they think about, well, this person might do me the same way that person. They're not going to then, and I know I'm not going to go through that now because I don't like a stick to gadget. Right back into another relationship, previous relationship, past relationship, and bringing the baggage into this relationship previous, right, that you're in now, because all the baggage is from the other relationship. You don't brought it here, but just the fact that you don't want to be alone, and all the baggage is right there with you. Underlying trust. That's why I advise everybody, like, what was my grandmother used to say, and my dad, God rest his soul, he told me when I was going through my, he said, baby, and then you need to go in hermit mode and isolation and get back grounded with yourself. A lot of people need to ground themselves. Because if I recall, I know a lot of people, but ain't even that twins be born. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry. Everything is not, what word I'm looking for? Everything's not absurd. Stop taking everything for granted. Stop taking things for granted. Stop. I don't know how that sounds, but everything that ain't gold. Mr. Brown used to tell me that, baby, everything glitter ain't gold. There's situations and thinking the grass green on the other side, and they grass, yeah. just cut it and push, keep pushing. I woke up and I went and drank me some water, and then I was like, love don't cost a thing, and forgot about the whole concept that he wanted a girlfriend because he never had one. So when she wanted to do this, plays a part. But that's just my theory, guys. I'm about to do a tarot reading today. Maybe not because I'm sleeping. Oh, I love myself. And now he in his 60s, he's 60s, but how can you love yourself and you almost care about your body? You ain't even caring about all this weight you have on. Kind of harsh. He said, when you love yourself, you will see a person that loves themselves. You'll be able to look at them and tell them they love themselves before they can try to go out and take care of someone else. You don't say that. I don't know who need to say this, but just think about it. Valentine's coming up, and don't feel like a lot of times people be blocking. We can't really see what's in front of us because we still stuck on what's coming to us because we stuck on what we don't want to lose or what we feel like we need to hold on to. And sometimes you ain't have. Just know and tell yourself, I am worthy. I am lovable. I deserve happiness. Just think about it. You know, just think about it. Y'all, I think I want to come back with the overall love reading for February. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. And, yeah, and here I'm in my room, so yeah. But yeah, just think about it. Just leave me a comment below. We can have a conversation about it. Because I do like the community has opinion. They like assholes. Everybody got one. But you don't know how to love yourself. You don't know how to self love for somebody else. Well, and if you can't love yourself,